There has been a lot of news today here as we are kicking off the week, and I want to get into another aspect of all this. And here's the context. Every time a new administration comes into office, there are always some big decisions about when to hold the line on executive prerogatives, which might serve veterans of the administration that was replaced. So, for example, the Biden administration doing things that might benefit Trump administration officials, and decisions about when to put heat on those same officials. It comes down to a matter of policy or ethics when exceptions are made. So that's the basic framework for the headlines you may have seen about when the Biden DOJ has gone to court to, for example, protect the prerogatives of former President Trump and his aides, something that Attorney General Garland has okayed in some situations. And most Justice Departments, to be clear, say they try to do what's fair on a case-by-case basis. They certainly aren't trying to have vendettas for who they replaced. But here's what's new tonight. The Justice Department serving up some very bad news for Trump administration veterans, saying it will not use DOJ powers to try to shield them from testifying to Congress about January 6 or internal deliberations involving Donald Trump's seemingly illegal effort to overturn an election. Indeed, this is committed to paper. This is an on-the-record piece of news, with the DOJ citing the extraordinary events of the attack and the exceptional circumstances warranting an accommodation to Congress as it pursues these investigations. So that shuts a door. It reduces one avenue officials might have had to try to legally duck testimony. And this really could happen. I want to give you a little bit of history here because this really matters when you think about all of that testimony today, which is just the first day of the probe. High-ranking officials from other administrations have faced this situation. There was the House probe, like Hillary Clinton's Benghazi probe, where she gave 11 hours of testimony. President's not immune either. President Bush himself faced the 9/11 Commission for hours. They made arrangements because he was president at the time, but he still did it. And he also emphasized the substantive nonpartisan purpose of these probes.
This is an important commission, and it's important that that they ask the questions they ask so that they can help make recommendations necessary to better protect our homeland. I answered every question they asked.
Protect the homeland. I'm joined now by someone who has thought through exactly these kind of questions, including on tough calls at the DOJ, former acting Solicitor General Neil Katyal. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
A lot of people following politics, especially looking for Trump accountability, have already criticized some things coming out of the Garland Justice Department where they have, fairly or not, followed a kind of a precedent that involves shielding government officials, executive branch, et cetera. Today looks different. I read from their rationale. Explain this to us, given your experience. How rare is this, and what does it mean for potential testimony?
So, Ari, your lead up was absolutely right. The Justice Department traditionally protects the prerogatives of presidents, including former presidents. You don't have a vendetta. So, for example, when I was acting Solicitor General, I defended John Ashcroft's alleged abuses in the war on terror, even though that was obviously not President Obama's, kind of thing and the like. But that's the general way the department works. And the department also generally protects something called executive privilege, which is this doctrine that, basically has a shield of secrecy around deliberative process decisions. Like, for all sorts of good reasons, we don't want courts or testimony about foreign affairs or military operations when you're in the midst of them and the like. But here's the thing, and it brings us to today's news. That privilege is waivable, and it can be waived for good reason. And it turns out, Ari, that, insurrection and aid and comfort to those kinds of folks qualifies. And preserving the deliberative process is important, but protecting the democratic process is paramount, and that's what the decision today reflects.
That makes a lot of sense, and this came in the context of one of the senior-ranking DOJ officials who, according to the New York Times and other accounts, was already under pressure from Trump to pull strings or engage in what might have become, had it gone farther, a criminal plot inside the DOJ to overturn the election. There's evidence of some level of pushback or ignoring certain demands, both for that individual and for the president himself. What do you see here as possible testimony? We showed George W. Bush, who, whatever other criticism of him, clearly felt that it was important that Americans hear that there would be a nonpartisan cooperation with that commission.
So today's decision is a clean win to me for investigators and for the American people, and it sets up other even more important wins. So the Justice Department today is basically making the right decision, because if Congress can't hear testimony about an attempted coup and what the Justice Department and president's role is in that, like, why bother pretending it has oversight in the first place? And the letter today, the letters that the Justice Department wrote to high-ranking former Trump DOJ officials is really striking. It doesn't mince words, Ari. It uses exactly the kinds of words I've been waiting for from this administration for 6 months. It acknowledges the serious accusations that Donald Trump put, quote, his personal political interests above the country by trying to weaponize the Justice Department in the election. That's critical phrasing. I mean, that is, really remarkable to see in a Justice Department document.